All right, it's 1:30, so we're gonna get started. Go ahead and get started. As you're getting settled into your practice today, so what I have, and you don't have to use this, but I have a yoga bolster. What you can use at home, if you're at home, is just a cushion or like a couch cushion, anything that's around. So it just gives you a little bit more of help around in terms of a prop that we can use in our practice today, but totally up to you. So whatever you need or whatever feels really comfortable as we begin our practice. Other than that, you just need a yoga mat or some space on the floor. You can even use a blanket on top of carpet, which just make sure that you're not going to be slipping or sliding around. And yeah, we're going to get started. So if you can grab a spot onto your yoga mat and let's go. So we're going to start seated today. So I'm going to start in a crossed-legged position. So now what I like to have is this cushion. What it does is allows you to have a little bit extra space for breathing. So if you don't have anything like that, totally fine. Another option you can do is roll up the back of your yoga mat, and this will give you just a tiny bit of extra boost or extra space. If not, totally fine if you're more comfortable on the floor. We're all going to pop our ankle out from underneath, allowing our shins to align, dropping our shoulders down, sitting super tall. We're going to close our eyes, relax the jaw, the temples, the cheeks, the forehead. Just let everything melt in the face and the upper body. We're going to take a nice big breath in. So expanding the belly, expanding through the lungs. Big exhale, sigh to release. And again, nice deep inhale. Even deeper exhale. You can take a couple more breaths in and out through the mouth, or you can move to a nostril breathing, but really nice and slow and controlled. So with every breath, we're softening into ourselves. And just bringing some awareness of what you're carrying into your practice today. So whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, whether it's mental, or anything else that's being brought into your practice today, seeing if you can step away or even detach, separate from that, even for the next couple of moments. And then starting to invite an intention, a feeling that you would like to experience, whether that's throughout your practice or after your practice. So maybe it's calm, maybe it's peace, relief, rest, or maybe it's joy, happiness, excitement, inspiration. Inviting that now. And we're going to flip our eyes open and start to move the body. We're going to inhale, reach our arms up to the sky, joining the palms together at the top. Exhale, release behind, either grabbing for wrists, elbows, or interlaced fingers. Inhale to open up the chest, open up the body, and bring the palms together, back into neutral, spine to neutral in front. Inhale, reaching tall, lift, shoulders dropped. Exhale, release back, wrists, elbows, or interlaced fingers. Inhale to open the chest. And exhale back together, neutral in front. Last time, inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, releasing back behind. Inhale, open and back in to center. Interlacing your fingers, you're going to take your hands behind the head, drop the shoulders, keep the elbows wide. We're going to paddle forward as if we're swimming. So thinking of moving the ribs. So ribs are kind of flowing forward. And then we're going to move backwards the other direction and come in to center. We're going to take our chin down, tip our chin to the chest, allow our elbows to really gently fold forward, but we're not pushing or pulling at the head, just finding a gentle stretch into the neck. Big inhale, big exhale. And another one, big inhale, big exhale. And then opening everything back to neutral. Release the hands. We're going to cross our left hand over our right thigh. Right hand behind us as we twist. And then taking it to the second side, twisting the other way. And back into center. Give the legs a shake out in front, so releasing those legs. And we'll come into a really passive forward fold. Just to come all the way back up, and we're going to come onto hands and knees for tabletop. So you can just move any props you have to the side, making your way onto the knees and the hands. So knees underneath hips, so you're going to have a little bit of space between the knees. Hands are nice and flat. We're going to lift out of our joints. So typically we want to kind of sink into ourselves or our body. So find that connection of strength and that balance between effort and ease. So we're going to dip our belly down. Inhale, arch, looking up to the sky, tip the tail, tip the head up to the sky. And then exhale, press as you drop head and tail. Inhale, looking up to the sky, arching the back, looking high. Exhale to press as you drop head and tail. And again, last time, inhale, belly dips, arch. Exhale to press. Inhale to find neutral with the spine. We're going to reach our right arm up. So if you have any shoulder issues, you can just reach with the elbow. If not, you're going to extend that arm. Exhale, you're going to pass your right hand through just to a hover underneath the left. Inhale to reach again. And release that right hand down. Left side, left arm reaches tall, open. Exhale through just to a hover. Inhale to reach back up. And release the hand down, tucking the toes under. We're moving into down dog. So we're going to lift our knees off the mat, send our hips back to heels. So extending through the wrists and the arms, and then bring those legs or hips up to the sky. Soft bend into the knees, so we're keeping the spine long. So watch if you're curving or hunching the spine, or you're too far forward into a forward fold. So it's kind of that even spot between. So softening the knees, we're going to pedal the feet out, bending one knee, then the other. Head is heavy. And then allowing both heels to drop, hips to lift. And then we're going to make our way all the way down into a child's pose. Toes together, knees wide, dropping those hips all the way back. So with our child's pose, we can rest our head onto the mat all the way down, stacked hands or stacked fists, but do make sure that you connect your forehead to something. We're going to take a nice big breath in. Big breath out. So let your belly be heavy, let your belly be soft. Feeling your lungs expand against your thighs. Breathing down the spine. And then we're going to come back up to those hands, revisiting our down dog position, tucking our toes under. Lifting our hips nice and high. From here, we're going to look forward, make our way towards the top of the mat, forward fold. You can keep those feet hip width distance apart. Soft bend the knees, everything. Waterfalls forward. Big breath in. Big breath out. We're going to bend into our knees as we roll up vertebrae by vertebrae to come back up into an upright standing position. We're going to do one round of sun salutations, so just one to get our body moving and flowing. Toes together, top of the mat, hands in front. You're going to drop your tailbone down, lift super tall with the crown of the head, palms together. Inhale, we're going to gather our arms up to the sky, elbows by the ears. Exhale, take it down into a forward fold position. Inhale, lengthen the body, opening up the spine, tailbone back, crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold back down. Step back into a plank or push-up position. If you need to come down to your knees, you're welcome to drop those knees right away. We're all going to drop those knees down now. Arch the back, so you're going to tip your tail up to the sky. Chest is coming right between the thumbs. So you're going to have to trust yourself as you lower down, elbows point back. We're going to scooch forward, let go of hips, let go of toes. Toes stay down, lift the hands. So feet down, lengthen the tailbone, lift up, neck is long. Hands reconnect, tuck the toes, and press back into a down dog. So hands nice and flat. You can adjust your feet, soften your knees, head drop, shake your head yes and no, side to side. And then looking forward, make your way towards the top of the mat, forward fold, guiding those toes together. Inhale, halfway lift into your flat back position. Squeeze into your armpits like someone's tickling you. Exhale, fold. I'm going to separate the arms as we squeeze our shoulder blades together again, reaching the arms all the way up to the sky. Lift, 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 and bring those hands back into center. So we've come full circle, making that circle of the sun into a sun salutation. We're going to find a warrior two position. So stepping our right foot forward, big step back with our left. So our left toe is facing towards the side. Our right knee is facing front. So it's in alignment with your middle toe. Arms lift out long, deep bend into that right knee. Soften the tailbone, drop the shoulders. Breathe. So lots of power here in this pose. Breathing. We're going to drop our left hand, flip our right palm to the sky, reach all the way back, shoulders drop. And then come back into our warrior two. Extend our right leg. Pivot your right toe inward. So we're now into a wide-legged stance. Hands to hips. You can shorten it if you need to. Big breath in. Exhale, folds you downwards into that wide-legged forward fold. Soften the knees, drop the arms, drop the head. Take a deep breath in. Deeper breath out. Long neck, heavy head. And then our hands are going to find the hips. We're going to lengthen up through the spine, squeeze our shoulder blades on the way back up into a standing upright position. Pivot your right toe forward again. Left toe comes inwards at 45-degree angle. Both knees are going to stay straight for triangle. Arms lift out long again. You're going to hip check away. Reach your right arm forward. Take that hand to the inside of your right leg, opening up your left side. So typically we want to rest our hand down. You're going to take it to the inside, so using the side abdominal muscles. And then come back up, drop the arms, and step forward. Top of the mat. We're going to do that whole thing second side. Left foot stepping forward, right foot stepping back. Nice big wide stance for warrior two, bending into our left knee. So our right toe is facing to the side, our left knee is facing forward, our arms are lifting along, our shoulders are dropping. So reaching those fingertips to either wall. Breathe. I'm going to drop our right hand, flip our left palm, take it all the way back, shoulders stay soft, keep bending into your left knee. And then back into warrior two. Extending that front leg, pivoting your left toe inwards again for that wide-legged stance, shortening if you need to. Hands are going to reach behind you for either wrists, opposite elbows, or interlaced fingers. So whatever feels better for your shoulders. Big inhale as you keep those arms back. Exhale, take it downwards. Head drops, but the arms stay back. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And on that next exhale, mindfully, slowly letting the arms come down. Just let the blood flow back. And then taking those hands to hips, lengthen the spine, come all the way back up into your standing position. To come into our triangle with our left toe forward, right toe comes inwards at 45-degree angle, both knees straight, arms lift long, hip check away, reach, reach, reach. Take that hand to the inside of your left leg, opening up the right side body. So we're stacking shoulders, stacking fingertips, all the way opening up to that right side. And then take it back up all the way. Drop the arms, step towards the top of your mat. So we're going to keep our feet hip-width distance apart. Take a nice deep breath in, open up the chest, bend the knees, drop the arms all the way down, drop the body into forward fold. So any variation of a forward fold that feels really good to you here. So what you can do is grab opposite elbows. You can find movement by sway. You can grab backs of the thighs. Whatever your body is asking for, just kind of taking a moment to listen and give it what it needs. Long neck, heavy head. Then we're going to release our arms from whichever position we've chosen, bend our knees, and walk it back into a down dog position. Soft knees, head heavy again. We're going to make our way into a hip opener. So you're welcome to do this from down dog or from tabletop, whatever is better. We're going to be lifting our right leg up, Opening the hip, bend the knee, point that knee towards the sky, keeping the shoulders square. Drop the head, still guiding your chest back. So if you're doing this from tabletop, same exact thing. Just opening up that knee. And release. We're going to take it to the left side, opening up that left knee, bend the knee, point that knee to the sky, square shoulders, heavy head. And release, coming all the way down into a child's pose, toes together, knees nice and wide, dropping those hips back, head connecting either to the mat, stacked hands or stacked fists. Big inhale, big exhale. So allowing everything to drop downwards, to bow down, surrender to yourself. And then coming back up onto all fours, drawing those knees together. We're going to step our right foot forward into a low lunge position. So for our low lunge, we're going to keep our knee and heel in the same line. So it's your knees supported by the heel. Hands to either side, draw your right hip crease back, left hip forward, lift up to the chest. So again, we're not kind of dumping down, we're feeling that elongation and extension through the whole body. And then from here, we're going to hinge our hips back. So our hips are going to stay over top of our left knee as our right toe comes up, soft bend into that extended leg, opening up the chest. So we're not collapsing forward or keeping it L long. And then making our way back to front again. Left hand's going to stay down onto the mat to the inside of your foot, or right into your alignment with your left shoulder. Right hand comes to the top of the thigh. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, we're going to push off that thigh to rotate away from the right leg. So feel that more extension, more space, more creation. And release back. Hinging the hips back again one more time. You're welcome to stay here if you want to go a tiny bit deeper. We're going to cross that left hand over the right thigh, and you're going to walk your hands as far to the right side without sinking into your left hip, though. Keep the hips square. Breathing. And then taking it back to center. Release that right leg around and to the back. Second foot steps forward, left foot, hand to either side of that foot. Draw your left hip crease forward, right hip front to square up. Allow the hips to open on the right side, breathing. And then we're going to hinge the hips back, lifting our left toe, this time softening the left knee, opening up the chest, knees, right hip stays over the right knee. And then coming forward again. Our right hand is going to stay down. Left hand comes to the upper thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to rotate away from your left leg, twisting. So you're in charge. You're in control of your body and your breath here. And back into center. Hinging your hips back one more time to get into that hamstring back thigh. If you'd like to stay here or crossing the right hand over, trying to take that torso and arms as far over to that left side as possible. And then back to center, walk it back to center, swinging your left leg around to the back. We're going to take a seat into our right hip, into what's called a mermaid pose. So our right shin's forward, and we're wrapping our left around into the back, and we're finding ourselves in the center of our two sits bones. We're going to interlace our fingers, take our hands behind the head, drop the shoulders, shift your ribs to the left side. So ribs left, point your right elbow up. Relax the tailbone, soften the face. And then coming back up, release the hands. Second side, so we're going to sweep those legs around into the back, taking it all the way around. Fingers interlaced, hands behind the head, drop the shoulders, shift your ribs to the right side this time, and then tip your left elbow up to the sky. Breathe. And then coming back up, drop the arms. Our back leg is going to come around into a cross-legged position. If you have really super tight hips, you're going to stay here in a cross-legged position. If you feel like you could go a little bit further, we're going to take our shins in front of one another. So you'll notice my heels and my feet are in alignment with my knees. Third option is stacking right on top. Here is where you can grab a prop. So I have a cushion if needed. You can place this between the knees, and that will just give you a little bit more support. You can also place your cushion in front of the thighs as we come forward. Wherever you're at, you're going to activate your toes by flexing the toes to the shins. Sit nice and tall, and then exhale, start to walk yourself forward. So very much attention on those hips and the thighs. So they should be speaking to you now. Shoulders drop, head drops. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Lots happening in the hips, especially if we're seated funky, like on our couch or in a weird spot around the house where your body's not necessarily used to sitting like that. This is a really good one for that. And then we're going to walk our hands in towards ourselves and swap the foot that's out in front. So you can give the legs a shake in between if you'd like, and then bring the second leg either cross-legged, shins in front, or shins right on top. You're going to take the toe, flex it to the shin, activating the feet. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale takes you downwards. Deep inhale, deep exhale. So breathing and sending the breath where you're feeling those sensations, that discomfort, so that we can help move some stuff around and release that tension. And then we'll start to guide ourselves back up slowly. Release the legs, again coming into that leg shake. And then just a regular forward fold. So if you'd like to use a prop, what you can do is feed a cushion or something underneath the thighs if you're super tight, or you can even place something on top of thighs or shins, wherever feels good, or you don't have to use anything at all. We're going to take a nice big breath in and exhale, fold over, surrender over to yourself. So this is a very introspective pose. This forward fold, it forces us to spend time with ourselves. So feel the back expanding, lungs expanding as you breathe into it. So think of breathing right into the back, letting go on your exhale. Slowing it all down. And then walking those hands inwards, placing props to the side. I'm going to kind of scooch forward on our mat as we lie back onto the mat. If you want to put any socks or sweaters to get really cozy, you can do that, and grab a blanket even too. If you're coming down, make sure you're rolling down with control or coming down through the side and then lying back onto the mat. We're going to bring our right knee into our chest, extending the left leg down, so hugging that knee in. And then a little bit of Simon Says. We're going to take our left hand, cross it over our right thigh. Right arm comes to the side, and then you're going to guide your right thigh over and across the opposite shoulder, so left shoulder. Bring your right palm to face upwards. Take a big inhale, big exhale. So we're letting go across collarbones, across all the way down the arms into the right fingertips, face releases, temples, jaw, cheeks. And then we're going to slowly bring that knee back and take your time and release the right leg down. Bringing the left knee in, hugging that knee into start. And then we're going to take our right hand, cross it over the thigh, bring that left arm all the way over left leg over as your left arm comes open. Palm to the sky, looking over the left shoulder. Big inhale, big exhale. Relax down that whole left arm, collarbones, face. And then we're going to start to slowly bring everything back into center on the spine, hugging both knees in. Find a gentle rock side to side. Give yourself a gentle squeeze with the knees in. And then we're going to take our palms on the tops of our kneecaps, keeping the knees glued together. We're going to draw circles with the knees one direction. So very, very gentle on sacrum, especially if you have any tailbone issues. Just be very careful here. We're going one way. And then we'll go the opposite direction, circles the other way. Eventually back to center. And we're going to come into our final pose, Shavasana. So this just means corpse pose. If you have something that you like, that you normally do in your corpse pose, go for it. What we can do is also, again, grab for any props. If you have lower back issues, you can place something underneath the thighs, which is really nice. You can take the knees bent and lean the knees against each other, which is really nice. Otherwise, just finding the legs extended, arms alongside you, palms to the sky, just in complete surrender of this moment of yourself, of your body, of your breath. Drop the shoulders away, relax from the forehead, around the eyes, the temples, the cheeks, the jaw, the tongue. Take a nice big breath in, belly rises to the sky. Big exhale, sigh, let's go. And again, big breath in. Bigger breath out. Take as many of those big expansive breaths as you need before moving into a nostril breath. Bring awareness to how you're feeling right now. What you've moved, what you've shifted. And then giving yourself the permission to be right here, right now, on your mat with yourself. Keeping your eyes closed, start to deepen your breath. Noticing how your body connects to the floor. Bringing awareness to your body in space, the clothing against you, the taste in your mouth, the sounds around your environment. Gently rocking the head side to side. Wiggling toes and fingers. Rolling wrists and ankles. And then gathering the feet closer together, extending the legs out as you bring your arms up overhead behind you. Inhale to reach and extend long. Exhale to release, let go. We're going to start to mindfully move our knees in towards our chest, hugging them in around the thighs or shins, rocking side to side until we find ourselves all the way over onto our right side in a fetal position. Just pausing here for a moment. With our eyes still closed, moving up into a seated cross-legged position. Spine is long, shoulders are dropped. Eyes are still heavy. Take a big, big breath in. Big exhale out. Palms to come together, thumbs to heart center, bowing the head down towards hands and heart. Just seeing if that intention you set at the beginning of your practice, if you would like to carry it with you throughout the rest of your day, or if you'd like to let it go now, or if something new came up for you. Bringing the head back up into neutral and fluttering the eyes open. We usually end our class with namaste, which means I honor the light within you, within me, within every single person on this planet. So thank you guys so much for joining today. My name is Martina. I didn't mention that at the beginning, but my name is Martina, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.